This week on the Digital Marketing Scoop, I sit down with a client of ours, Greg Mara from Douglas Forest and Garden. We're going to talk about how we've helped increase their sales 5x since we started working with them and increased their online sales by over 50x in the last few years. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Digital Marketing Scoop. I'm delighted today to have Greg Mara from Douglas Forest and Garden with us here today.
Good evening.
Greg, been a client for 7 years.
7 or 8 years, yeah.
In that time, DFG.ie has grown the business overall 5x, I think.
5x at least.
Yeah. And online sales probably at least 40, 50x, if not
Easily.
actually more.
Yeah, absolutely. Hence all the grey hairs.
We're keeping you busy. So I suppose just for everyone listening, look, if you would tell us a bit about yourself and a bit about Douglas Forest and Garden.
Yeah, I joined Douglas, what it used to be called at the time actually was Douglas Lawnmower Centre. So I joined as a mechanic. That was 28 or 9 years ago now.
Yes.
Started my time with Kieran. Great time all through the years. About 11, 12, 13 years ago, when websites started getting more dominant, and we decided, we'll get it on the website. Kieran at the time, I remember he said, "Avash."
He still does every now and
He
then.
does sometimes. So we dipped our toes into the water back that time 12 years ago. Got a few websites done. I built, actually, the first one we had, I did myself. It was, I can't remember the actual program we did it, but
That wasn't the one we started working on.
no, it was probably one or two before that, I'd say. Well, proud of myself for doing it. Spent most nights at home doing it. It was great to get up, get the experience of building a website. We were, if I remember correctly, we were one of the first in our sector, as in the lawnmower sector, to actually have a website. All right, and an email address, and that'll tell you how long ago it was now. It progressed. Each year progressed. It was good. Then, as we from a previous podcast a couple of years ago, I did with you. I met you, and from then it just skyrocketed. From the total professionalism, professional sites, marketing campaigns. It just completely changed our business. Completely.
Yeah,
completely.
It's what we love doing it. It's just great to see the growth of the business through the years, and it's great fun working with yourself, Greg and Kieran as well. Yeah. I suppose if we were to go back to 2014 when we started, the first thing we did for you, I think at the time, was on the existing site that you had, Google Ads and remarketing.
Yes.
And at that time, remarketing was probably, relatively new. Most people wouldn't have heard of it.
Yeah.
And that had a big impact straight away, which was great to see.
If I remember correctly, actually, we had two websites. Remember?
Yes,
we had two different types of
we'll talk about that later on. We
Yeah.
had great fun in that.
So, it completely transformed. Once you did get your nails stuck into us, it completely changed. Completely. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, when you were talking about remarketing and digital campaigns, we were just go
for it, try it, yeah.
Whatever that means.
But that's one of the great things about working with you, is it literally is, give it a go. And we're always talking about the most important thing with digital marketing is testing. Yeah. You don't try it and you don't test it, you're not going to know 100% whether something's working or not.
Yeah.
And the fact that you did give us that leeway, and that has paid dividends much over time.
You have to have, there was a lot of trust at the time, absolutely, 100%. We did always pride ourselves in being the first to do something. Yeah. And every year since then, actually, I said, we have to be one step ahead of the competition. And every year, you come up trumps, we sit down, we talk, whatever we need to do, you come up with a suggestion, and it works. It does work. It works very, very well. So we're well happy.
So
the last 12 years.
If we break down kind of, I suppose, everything we're doing for you, I suppose we started off on Google Ads.
Yeah.
Basically making sure anybody searching for your products or services, you were there, you were seen. Making sure the people who didn't buy those products right there and then they were seeing those products again. From that we ended up doing an awful lot on the SEO side, the organic side.
Yes. That actually made a huge difference.
It's made it, and you know what?
100%.
It's it's transformed in the last 2 years, probably since COVID, I suppose, that you can see for specific terms that traffic just exploded in certain areas.
Yes. Totally.
And I suppose one thing with SEO, with search engine optimization, it's the long game. It's not you do this now and in a month you see the results. Google Ads, you can.
No, no, it doesn't work like that. No, it does take time to build up. So the amount of hours that goes into fixing the SEO and the sites, it works.
And what worked really well as well is having all the Google Ads data. Okay, we know what people are searching and we know what's turning into sales.
Yes.
So then we can start producing the content around those keywords that we know through the Google Ads data is actually generating sales.
I actually do remember you had that kind of conversation with us a few years ago, saying that, like, yes, the Google Ads, they'll be up there, you will get a return on them, but it's the stuff you do afterwards from the data that you do get, and that you can build up campaigns in to what you've done in the past.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Use that
information. Like you're building blocks, and then you're building that, then you're building that, and building that. So,
and that is it. It's bringing Google Ads and remarketing.
I was actually only
SEO,
speaking to
Facebook.
someone the other day. They were asking like how business was. I said for the last year alone. Now, leading up to last year, every year we were double figures increase in business. Last year, just through the roof. And there was somebody asked me, why? I said, for the last 7 or 8 years of work that actually went into the website, it actually paid dividends last year and this year. Yeah. It just, everything just meshed and it just works seamlessly. Absolutely. Well, I think there's a lot of work and effort went into that for the last 7 or 8 years.
Absolutely. On our end and on year end as well. Like,
100%.
The product line has expanded massively.
Yes.
And I suppose I just stress that, but I suppose what's been brilliant about that is you were able to come to us with products and we're able to say,
yes, 100%.
Is there a market for this? Yes. Is there not? Is there people searching for this?
That is there not? So it was a lot easier. Like, as you say, like we had the stepping stone, we had the foundation built. It was to get the products then to fit into the site, fit into the umbrella of the website. Yeah. Something that I came to you and you said, no, well, it wouldn't work here in Ireland, or there's no people searching for their whatever jargon you was come up with to tell me. But yeah, we found there are certain products that we found and we put them on the website and it just like that, boom, sold.
I suppose that the great thing is as well is we can test it so quickly through things like Google Ads and Facebook Catalog that before we put the investment and the time into search engine optimization, into developing the content and written and video around the product, we know if there's a market, we know if there's sales, we know what people are searching around it. Yeah. So having all that information before you do that investment, it makes your confidence in doing that investment is so much more than
going back, just say even 3 years ago, who would have known that we'd be selling pools and hot tubs, swimming pools in Ireland? Yeah. So like myself and Kieran go to Germany most years. Couldn't know last year. Early last year we did actually. In August every year there's a show in Cologne. So a couple of times we'd see the toy section of this particular show. We used to go over for the machinery, and we'd go in and have a look, and there were swimming pools and hot tubs, and we were saying, they wouldn't sell. They wouldn't sell in our country. Not a chance. No. If I had 4 times the amount of stock now, yes, we'd actually sell them. But in a way, it has to be, how would I say, you can't just buy a product and put it on the website and expect it to sell, sit down, relax, thinking it would sell. There's so much work and effort goes in, just say in your end, to actually get that to the person.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work. Again, I had a conversation with somebody there recently. They said they got the grant, the €2,000 grant for a website, and they expect now to sell loads. No, it won't work like that.
The way I always say is, you have to have your website. You have to have it, but the way I always say it is building a website. It's like building, your brick and mortar retail shop in the middle of the field. There's no footfall there.
Yes, that's what I mean. I mean, you can't sit back and say, yes, it's going to, whatever product I'm going to sell, it's going to sell now.
Yeah, once your website's up and running. I mean, you don't have to jump straight into spending money on ads. I mean, you can literally start off doing your own social media, writing content for your blog to try and improve your organic rankings on Google.
Yeah.
There are lots of ways to go about it.
Yeah.
Producing your own video content. Actually, that's something we definitely have to talk about. It's something that I'm excited for in the future with you as well.
I get a haircut for that one.
Because we did start doing a kind of a content library for you.
Yes.
And it was just before COVID hit, and obviously we stopped then after that. But even in only the few months that's been up there, it's been such fantastic material to build the brand. That tens of thousands of people have seen it. It builds trust in the brand. There's going to be so many people who wouldn't have heard of Douglas Forest and Garden before. That's the first time on the website.
Yeah.
And then they see you or Kieran or other Greg demonstrating a product, talking about how to do different things. Immediately, it builds that confidence in the brand.
It's actually, as you say that now, there's been the amount of people who've been in the shop since we did the videos early last year, or was it late?
I think it was
late 19, was it?
They went up, I think, early 2020, I think.
Was it early 2020?
Yeah.
The amount of people now come in and say, oh, Kieran, because he did most of the videos. Oh, that's Kieran, that's the guy in the video.
Celebrity.
So yeah, I'm actually excited for the new structure you said you have for us.
Yeah, so I suppose before we jump into that, I suppose where you are right now, I mean, is a big emphasis on Google Ads, Google Shopping, Facebook ads, Facebook catalog, Instagram ads. That's from the pay-per-click side, and that's obviously generating a fantastic return on ad spend. Then the other side of it is the organic results. They've gone. One thing
I've actually been keeping an eye on that.
They're flying.
That's growing.
And
massively.
What I love to see as well is organic search on the brand. I think that has 10x year on year. I think I sent you the screenshot of that recently. Or was it more? I can't remember offhand anyway. But it was basically the actual amount of people now searching for Douglas Forest and Garden versus where there was before has gone through the roof. And a big part of that is, obviously all the ad campaigns, but it's also the video content as well. And it's bringing all those together, all those elements together, the organic search, the video, YouTube, the ad campaigns, bringing all that together to build the brand and drive that return on ad spend.
Yeah.
And it's fucking fantastic just to see it all come together.
I'll reiterate what I was saying a while ago about 7 years of work.
Yeah.
To get to that level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where we've done all the stepping stones, we've done what we should have done all along. And this is the next level. You're telling me it's the next level anyway.
Yeah, so where obviously we want to turn you into a national brand, basically, where that anytime somebody starts thinking of their garden, whether it be for garden maintenance or, toys in the garden, we want Douglas Forest and Garden, dfg.ie, dfg.ie. So that's our plan for kind of the next 6 months or so going forward is a big push on turning DFG into that brand that people will immediately think of when they think of their garden.
Yes.
That's again like SEO. It's not a short-term game.
No.
But it's how I think we can again take another major jump in building the business.
Okay.
And that's going to be driven an awful lot by video content.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Excited for it. Again, no, it's how would I say? It's I just got mind.
Daunting.
No. Yes, actually, because the video, I'm not the best with videos. Kieran tucked with duck the water. He was actually turned out to be fantastic at it. I'll have to get young Greg more involved in the video. But yeah, we did see a difference when we did the videos early last year. It does actually make a difference. It makes him, I think people pay more attention than if it was just a picture.
The video 100%. Really, you've got to remember as well, we'll say, when we started working with you first, your customer base was 50 kilometres around Cork City.
Yeah.
Now,
if even.
So people would have called into the shop and seen you, and they'd know you, they'd trust you. Whereas now your customer base is all over the country, so it's hard to expect somebody up in Dublin to put their trust straight away.
I actually have a funny story for you in that.
Oh yeah.
There's Brendan, a friend of ours. He rang one day and said, "Can I borrow your van?" He said, "I need to deliver something to Dublin." I said, "Yeah, take for the weekend." I just took his car and he took my van away. About 3 or 4 days later, there was a lady who rang. She says, "I actually saw your van do you have a white van? I saw the logo. She actually recognised the logo.
Up in Dublin.
From Dublin, yeah. She bought a pool previously the year previous, and it reminded her to get the chemicals for the pool. I was shocked by that. I was in Dublin.
That just goes to show the power of building the brand.
Yeah, so there you go.
Fucking hell, that's brilliant.
Strange one.
But yeah, that is the thing. It's it's very different. When we go to Amazon, we'll say for example, you've that instant trust, whereas you don't have that as an unknown brand, and it takes time to build that. And one of the fantastic ways to do that, and that we're always banging on about, is to position yourself as the expert in your industry. So when you and Kieran are out there demonstrating your products, helping people, showing them here's what you can do with this product, here's not what to do, immediately people are like, okay, these guys know what they're talking about, and their trust is built to them. And obviously they go and look in Google and see 5-star Google reviews, all that helps so much. So yeah, look, I suppose the next 7 years I'm looking forward to. It's hard to believe we've already
get a better
7.
offer.
We're cutting that out.
No, yeah, you're right. Something to look forward to. It's there is one small issue, and it's a great issue. Thankfully, it's scaling to the level of business that we have done now. It's trying to scale. Yeah. Like our business has shot through the roof. It's trying to get to
that next level.
Get the next level to actually deal with the volume of business between premises, staff,
automation,
time, automating, trying to make things easier. Actually, we had this conversation for the last couple of months. Trying to make things a lot easier from when people, it's customer
stock control.
When as soon as they press the buy section on our website, they'll land at their door. It's trying to cut the time down, and we're putting a lot of effort and time, as you know, into that section as well.
Yeah, so there are all the teething problems of scaling all of a sudden quickly. Yeah,
absolutely. That's actually, I won't say stressful, but it's probably the most demanding part of business now, is trying to match the business we're doing.
The demand that's there.
The demand that's there. It's actually quite challenging.
That's a challenge.
It's very challenging now.
We'll work on that.
Because we can aim to, we want to do everything right.
As in when you're scaling,
I want to keep to the level of business professionalism. I don't want it to go through the roof.
The customer satisfaction that has to stay.
If I can't help the customer to that's exactly what I want to do. Do you know what I mean?
Christ, 100%. I mean, it doesn't. That's the most important thing in any business. If that ever starts to slide, that's you have to.
And that's why I know,
get that right straight away.
Greg now would suggest another product now or something like that, and it'd be a great idea.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking in my head, said, where do we get the time and effort, the space, the staff, to actually the level? Because I do know once it goes on the site, it will sell.
Yeah. So the marketing isn't the issue anymore now. It's the back end.
Absolutely, because again we go back to it. We've all the stepping stones done. We have the foundation built.
Yeah.
We know how to market it. We know how to get it into the site, put it in. But that's extra work for us then again.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I'm not knocking it. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. We're probably one of the very few lucky people in the last year. I mean, I feel sorry for the pub owners, the cafe owners, restaurant owners, closed shops that have been closed for the last year. We've been very, 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 very lucky.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're just gone, again, I'd say it, through the roof, the business. So I'm not knocking that extra business, but it's all from what we've done for the last 7 years.
Yeah, as you say, the groundwork for where you are now has been building over the years. And I suppose, and saying that, every year we were increasing the sales. Every year was going up.
Double figures every year.
It's just, I suppose, the last 18 months has gone through the roof altogether.
Yes, yeah, very much so. And it's still the same.
Yeah.
It's still the same. I'll say it, we're 29% up already year to date than we were last year. And last year we were just
through the roof as
mad.
well.
Yeah.
So I suppose look for DFG for the future, the way I see it is, obviously there's the business back end, the teething problems that have to be dealt with and figured out, and absolutely
we will fix them.
But the next step it really is turning DFG.ie into that national brand. And competing on a national scale, so that when somebody does see the logo up in Dublin again, they know it straight away. Which is brilliant already.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we look forward to it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we look forward to it. We'll go for it. We'll do it.
That's what I like to hear.
Like what we've done for the last 7 years.
Yeah,
it's worked.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Just trust the process.
Yeah,
trust it. You're the expert.
Yeah.
But it works both ways. Like
it does. We can't go into a business and this happens so fucking often, and it starts growing, and we're like, oh yeah, turn off the ads there now. I'm busy enough. And like, how the fuck do we do a business if we end up having?
And I can actually understand it. I can understand the way it is. Like, just can't handle the extra business.
Yeah.
But yeah, look forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's exciting. It's exciting for us and all the team here as well, because like
you've seen the baby grow. That's from a little seedling all the way.
It's exactly it, and we've been there the whole way, and played our part and all that as well.
Absolutely,
it's just so, I love it. That's what makes me tick. Like, I absolutely love it. So yeah, look, man, looking forward to the next 7 years, and I think a lot more people around the country will be knowing the name DFG.ie and Douglas Forest and Garden. That's for sure.
We'll make sure of it.
Brilliant, Greg. Cheers for joining me today, man.
Not a problem. Thank you.